Hello indie gamers, 2025 is over, and while the whole year is ahead of us, I've been digging through the backlog. The truth is, some of the best games of the year completely flew under the radar. Some released late in December, some were just too weird for the mainstream, and some, like the sequel to one of the best deck builders ever made, somehow just didn't get the headlines. I put a list of 15 games from 2025 that you probably haven't played. But more importantly, I'm going to tell you exactly why they are worth your time. We have a lot to cover, so let's get into it. First up, Monster Train 2. If you played the first one, you know the drill. It's a deck builder mixed with tower defense. You are defending a train with 3 vertical floors from waves of enemies. The sequel takes this loop and expands it massively. We have new clans, 3D environments, and a new hero system where your champion evolves differently every run. The core loop of setting up your units on the bottom floor and watching them scale into unstoppable monsters by the top floor is more satisfying than ever. It's sitting at 90 on Metacritic for a reason. Then we have Deep Rock Galactic Survivor. This is a reverse bullet hell. Think Vampire Survivors, but set in the Deep Rock universe. Instead of just walking around an open field, you are actually mining through rock to create your own choke points while swarms of bugs attack you. You have to juggle mining resources for upgrades while dodging enemies. The 1.0 release polished the progression perfectly this year. It's faster and crunchier than the main game, perfect for 20-minute sessions.
Slay monsters, scavenge resources.
For something really creative, check out Monsters Are Coming Rock and Road. This is a tower survivor, but with the twist is that you are defending a moving city. You control a hero running around the map, frantically gathering resources like wood and stone to build defenses on the city while it rolls towards the arc. You have to balance fighting off hordes with your hero's weapons while managing the city's layout, placing archery towers and cannons to stop the swarm from destroying your mobile base. It's chaotic multitasking at its best, and it's a great roguelite for the fans of the genre.
Rock and Road. Will your
That's how it
city...
gets interesting. There are tons of combo mechanics to discover.
And now we have Slot and Daggers. This is a turn-based strategy game that takes place entirely on a slot machine grid. You spin the reels to get weapons, shields, or enemies. You then have to tactically choose which enemies to attack based on your stats. It strips the RPG genre down to pure math and probability. It's a small hidden gem that is super easy to pick up, but the decision making gets surprisingly deep.
Game's out now on Steam. Give it a spin. Thanks.
Drowned in the wailing marshes.
Now let's move to the games that test your reflexes, action and Metroidvanias. This one hurts because it came out December 9th, so everyone missed it. Howl is a Souls-like deck builder. You navigate a dark fantasy world on a 2D grid. Every move and attack is determined by the cards in your hand, but the combat happens in real-time turns. You have to dodge enemy telegraph by moving to specific tiles while managing your energy for car attacks. The art is gorgeous, and the combat requires serious tactical thinking. It's on Game Pass, so I totally recommend you have to play this game.
You carry the burden of these.
If you need a Metroidvania fix, play Constance. You play as a paintbrush-wielding artist trapped in a decaying world. The hook here is the movement. You can transform into paint to zip along walls, ceilings, Splatoon style, or dash through enemies. The combat is fast and fluid, relying on combos between your brush attacks and your paint forms. It might give you Hollow Knight vibes, but the platforming is much more focused on momentum and flow here. Speaking of flow, Pipistrello and the Cursed Yoyo. This is a Yoyovania, but think top-down Zelda. Specifically the GBA era, like the Minish Cap. You play as a little bat trying to reclaim your city from crime lords. The hook is the combat geometry. You aren't just mashing attack. You are angling your throws to bounce the yo-yo off walls to hit enemies from behind or solve puzzles. And even using it as a shield, it combines that classic exploration with a deep badge system that lets you customize your moveset. It's snappy, charming, and feels like a lost GBA classic. And a surprise entry, Terminator 2D No Fate. Licensed games usually suck, but this is a legitimate Metal Slug style run and gun. It's a side-scroller with gritty pixel art where you play through the events of the movie. The gunplay is heavy and responsive. It has a cover system that feels great in 2D. If you are into retro action games, you should give Terminator 2D No Fate a try.
I saw your text. All these memories came
From the creators of Life is Strange, we have Lost Records, Bloom and Rage. This is a narrative adventure set across two timelines, the 90s and the present day. You play as a group of friends who reunite after 27 years to confront a dark secret. The gameplay involves dialogue choices that shape relationships and the events that happen in the past and present. You know the drill. It's a narrative-heavy game with little gameplay. If you love this type of games, you should give this one a try.
Remembered cat. Whoa, watch out! She was like a firecracker.
But someone just
Then there's Expelled. You play as a student who is being blamed for a murder you didn't commit. The game is a narrative clockwork puzzle. You have one single school day to clear your name. You have to sneak through hallways, steal keys, gossip with other students, and manipulate the timeline to find the real culprit. Or just frame someone else so you just don't get kicked out. It has that weak inkle humor, and every playthrough is different depending on who you decide to backstab.
And I've had to get used to the pretty unique tea machine they've got here.
Wanderstop looks like a cozy tea shop sim, but it absolutely isn't. You play as Alta, a legendary warrior trying to leave violence behind and run a tea shop. On the surface, the gameplay is gentle, harvesting ingredients, brewing tea, serving customers. But here's the twist. Alta hates it. She's restless, impatient, and deeply uncomfortable with peace. The game's pacing and mechanics deliberately resist traditional power fantasy, mirroring a character who doesn't know how to exist without conflict. It becomes less a cozy game and more a psychological study about burnout, identity, and what happens when someone built for violence is forced to slow down.
I can stop running. This is good.
The will that carved.
On the darker side, we have the indie Skyrim, Tainted, Grail, The Fall of Avalon. This is a first-person open-world RPG set in a grim, dark fantasy version of Arthurian legend. The world is covered in a deadly mist called the Weirdness. You have dual-wielding combat magic and a massive map to explore. It's Eurojunk in the best possible way. Huge ambition, deep lore, and a world that actually feels dangerous. Lonely Mountains, Snow Riders, it's really similar to Downhill. You know what to expect. Precise physics-based skiing. You control a skier from a fixed camera angle navigating down a mountain. You can play it chill and just enjoy the scenery, or you can go for the time trials, which require insane precision to shave off seconds. Then we have the weirdest game on the list, CloverPit. It's a roguelike where the combat is literally a slot machine, and every spin costs you health and resources. You are constantly gambling with your own survival. The twist is that you can customize the reels, swapping in different symbols to bend the odds in your favor. It's tense, risky, and dangerously addictive. That just one more spin feeling that makes Baladro so compelling, but filtered through a much darker, almost horror-like atmosphere. Finally, Lost in Random, The Eternal Die. The first game was an adventure, but this sequel shifts into a full-speed action roguelite. You run through randomly generated arenas, rolling dice to trigger weapons and abilities in real time. The combat is much faster now, focusing on dodging and quick decision making based on what you roll. If you are waiting for Hades 2 on your console, this is a perfect game to fill that void. So that is 15 games from 2025 that you might have missed. I think Monster Train 2 is the biggest shocker for me. It's just too good to be this quiet. But let me know in the comments which one of these are you picking up, Or did I miss a hidden gem that you've been playing? I left links to all these games in the description below. If you found something new to play, hit that like button. It helps the video a ton. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.